Good evening and welcome to our virtual annual gala of 2020, A Brighter Future. I'm Dan Ashley of ABC 7 News, and I'm so glad to be with you here. And we are grateful that you have chosen to spend a half hour with us to learn, celebrate, and provide money for our wonderful scholars. Let's take a moment tonight and embrace our community of young people who are working to be the change that they want to see in our world. I hope that you will join me and help give this hardworking, dedicated, and really beautiful group of scholars what they need to earn the illustrious bachelor's degree. The Berkeley youth who receive our scholarships have always faced considerable headwinds while pursuing their degrees, but they've worked so hard and they are so deserving. The upheaval we have all experienced this year in the face of triple pandemics of COVID-19, the economic recession, and racial inequities has been felt even more acutely by our scholars. They are dealing with the loss of their jobs, loss of their dorm rooms and apartments, their teachers, their study groups, their libraries, and really their sense of independence. The pandemics continue to disproportionately affect their communities. Violent images and a national reckoning around racism have stirred up painful truths and anxieties about their futures. And climate change has brought more historic fires once again to California. Whether in their first term of college or heading toward their last semester, our scholars are facing an uphill battle, and they need our support now more than ever. We hope tonight that while you're spending your time with us, you will be inspired by their stories, their dreams, and their plans to make a real difference in our community. We will also ask you to share some of your treasure with us, if you have not already done so, by going to berkeleyscholars.org/gala. And certainly, if you want to give again, hey, we'll be happy to accept that and be very grateful. To get us started tonight, please welcome the Executive Director, Sherry Smith. Sherry?
Thank you, Dan. I too want to welcome you to our first virtual annual gala. I'm honored to lead the organization alongside our staff, our board members, our volunteers, and of course, our amazing scholars. Berkeley Community Scholars serves our scholars with a three-tiered approach. We provide a college advisor who supports them through academic, social-emotional, and financial decisions. A volunteer mentor from our community who provides connections to their social capital and moral support. And of course, scholarship dollars that go directly to the students so they can meet their financial needs each term. In the midst of an historical, tumultuous year, we were so proud to celebrate 19 scholars who earned their college degree just a couple of months ago. We also welcome 36 new scholars who joined our program from Berkeley High Schools and Berkeley Community College. Today, we are serving 150 scholars, 30 in community college, and 120 in bachelor's degree institutions. While they are having a term like no other, we are all here to see them to the end of their journey. In the next half hour, you will meet 3 current scholars and 4 alumni of our High Hopes program. They will share their stories and help you better understand who, what, and why we are here in the Berkeley community. We hope you leave our program tonight knowing you can truly make the difference you want to see in the world. Enjoy the show.
Hi, my name is Tara Shahande. Currently, I am in my 3rd year at UC Berkeley, where I'm majoring in French and anthropology with a possible minor in journalism. I was nervous that college would be so much harder than high school, and it's so hard to access resources sometimes, not knowing where to start. But BCS really calmed me down. It was really good to have a community and this resource that I could go to with any questions, any advice. So I remember being really calm and supported, like really safe and supported. COVID has changed everything. I was losing my mind with everything going on, with being sick of online classes, being sick of not being able to see my friends, being sick of being inside all the time. I didn't want to do it anymore. And so I was really considering withdrawing from the fall semester. But of course I went to Linda, love you Linda, and instead of having any sort of set thoughts about it and making it very known to me, I really appreciate how she was able to just be like, okay Tara, like let's talk about it, let's discuss it more, let's explore it. I didn't end up withdrawing, I'm currently enrolled. I feel like this pandemic, everything going on, politically and socially in the world right now is just a reminder of the importance of community and the importance of asking for help when you need help. And I think BCS does a wonderful job of making their presence known and having their arms wide open for us. The opportunity to have such an amazing group of people to go to and to work with and to have a special relationship with is amazing, and I am forever grateful. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for BCS.
Hello everybody, my name is Brandon Bailey and I joined the BCS community in 2017. I now go to Sacramento State and I'm entering my 4th year majoring in journalism and aspiring to be a sports journalist or a sports broadcaster for a news publication in the near future. Going in to college at first, you expect a lot. You expect there to be a lot of fun, meet a lot of new people. Along the way, there becomes a lot of challenge that comes with that though. Academically, at first, I feel like I struggled a lot, and that's where I feel like BCF came in and helped me out a lot, because they gave me the encouragement and words of wisdom to get past that, and just being a listening ear for me was the best part. Of course, they helped financially with just not having to worry so much about how you're going to get this class paid for, these books paid for, etc. But mainly for me, it was the mental part. They were always somebody I could listen to, being a helping hand, especially with everything that's been going on this year with COVID, the protests that's been going on. They've helped me outside of school with these conversations, just being able to talk to them about that and also being able to talk to them about my studies. It's just been a help. They've been a helping hand, and without them, I don't know if I would have been able to get this far in my college career. So I appreciate them for that and everything they do.
Thank you so much for sharing your stories tonight. Hello, I am Ann Smolka, President of Berkeley Community Scholars Board of Directors. Each October, we look forward to meeting our gala guests in person, sharing a meal, and celebrating our remarkable Berkeley community. While that's not possible this year, we're grateful to be streaming into your homes. We're also grateful for the sponsors who have made this production possible and who believe in giving Berkeley youth a better chance to earn a bachelor's degree. As Dan mentioned, our scholars face considerable headwinds while pursuing their education. Most are living in the lowest economic quartile, are in the first generation of their family to attend college, and represent populations that are underrepresented on college campuses. All of them have enormous potential and deep appreciation for your support. In fact, year after year, scholars have told us that when times got tough at school and self-doubt started creeping into their thoughts, just knowing there was a community of people who believed in them gave them the strength to persist. This helps explain why nearly 90% of the students in our program succeed in earning a bachelor's degree, compared to 15% of their national peers. Your support would help even more Berkeley youth succeed in college. A $20,000 donation would support a scholar all the way through a bachelor's degree institution. A $10,000 donation would support a scholar who begins the journey at community college. Please join us today by going to berkeleyscholars.org to make a contribution. Together, we can help close the opportunity gap for truly deserving Berkeley youth. And now back to Dan.
I know that you must have been inspired by hearing from the leadership of the organization and a couple of their scholars. From advising scholars with their educational plan, financial plan, or career readiness analysis, to practicing an interview, deciding on a major perhaps, or figuring out how to get home for a break, working on a resume, their internship application, or whether or not they should travel abroad. There's so much to consider and so much to deal with, and all partners work hard to make sure that we meet whatever needs these scholars have. 75% of our scholars will be attending college entirely remotely this fall, and doing so in their parents' home, obviously because of the pandemic. 10% of our scholars will return to campus housing, another 10% will return to the college community and living off campus, and the final 5% will be on campus taking courses in person. As they face these new challenges and barriers, we will be there for them. A $5,000 donation could support one student for 1 year in a bachelor's degree institution like Chico State or UC Santa Cruz, Stanford or USC, UC Berkeley, or maybe Howard University. making sure they have equipment for STEM classes, meals, bandwidth for their internet, and professional advice for a year. A $1,500 donation might support a scholarship for a community college student, allowing them to study rather than take on a second or maybe third job to make ends meet. Let us learn a little bit more from a scholar.
Hi, my name is Batul Al-Udla. I am currently finishing up my third year of college right now at UC Berkeley. Currently, I'm majoring in ethnic studies and hopefully double majoring in political science or psychology. When I first went to college, it was definitely nerve-wracking. I'm really glad that I had BCS on my side, especially during my first year of college where I truly did not know what I was supposed to be doing, what classes I should sign up for, or anything. So I felt like I was just one out of the dozens, if not hundreds, of students who were also seeking help. BCS was definitely the helping hand that I needed to push you and to help you with anything and to provide you with the resources necessary, whether it's in school or professionally. I genuinely hope that now you will help other students who follow me now in getting this opportunity to be a part of this wonderful, amazing, and supportive program known today as BCS. This year has definitely been both historic and intense. Without BCS, I would not have been able to flourish as I did in school, even through the downsides of it all. They were there to help, to support me and help me and to, bring me all the way back up. So I'm really thankful for them today, and I really feel like there's so many other amazing scholars who are just as much deserving of being a part of such an amazing program. So shout out to BCS.
So you have met 3 of our scholars and learned about their journey to earn a bachelor's degree. We know that a college degree allows a student to build skills, perspective, confidence, and knowledge which will guide them throughout their life. By supporting our scholars, you empower them to tackle obstacles that often make navigating life seem daunting. 60% of today's jobs require a college degree. That's the fact. Those without a college degree face the highest unemployment and underemployment of any group. In the 1970s, the Pell Grant covered 79% of a student's college costs. Today, it covers 29%. Your gift of $1,000 or $500 could give a scholar the technology they need to be successful in their courses, or it could cover transporting them to and from their campus, or maybe provide books and supplies that they need to complete a term. Complete a summer class, keeping them on track toward graduation. Train new mentors. Provide for our quarterly workshops or career readiness presentations. You can help meet these needs. So let's meet 4 of our alums.
Hey guys! Hey
How are you?
I remember starting college was super scary, even though I moved 2 blocks up the street from high school. Being a first-generation student, I didn't really fit in with the typical Asian students that went to Cal. I also didn't fit in with the white students that went to Cal. I had a really close relationship with my donors, which is Berkeley High School's class of 1951. Having unconditional support throughout my entire journey, since college even, and knowing that there was someone who was always going to believe in me. You can't find that just anywhere.
There was a class that I took and I ended up doing really well in that class, and I thought I was going to get an A, but then somehow paperwork got messed up and I ended up getting a pass instead of an A. Being that I was a first-gen student, I didn't know how to navigate around these circumstances. I didn't know how to advocate for myself. And I just remember reaching out to my mentor and being like, this is what happened. And I just remember her being like, okay, reach out to this person, and this person. It really helped to make me feel not so alone in those situations. And I really have my BCS mentor, Emily, to thank for that.
I'm also a first-generation college student. Just having and knowing that there were people there really made the transition so much more smoothly. It was my sophomore year of college. I was going into the summer and I didn't really have an internship planned because I wasn't really sure where I should be looking. And so I reached out to Lynn at BCS, and she quickly responded with a whole list of possible Bay Area locations that were looking for interns. And for me, kind of that moment just really meant that there are people I can reach out to here and who will not only respond, but will also respond with really amazing opportunities.
Lynn set me up with some informational interviews, like get a feel for what it's actually like to be out there and like what projects you work on, what the computer setup's like, the ability to have exposure through the connections to things that you didn't know about beforehand, because you don't know what you want until you see it, right? So BCS allowed me to have that.
Them giving me the opportunity to like network and connect with so many people, giving me the opportunity to start an alumni council with KUKA.
One of the things we wanted to start was a clothing closet in order for alumni, but also current scholars to have access to professional clothing that they could use during interviews, because it is really expensive to buy clothing for an interview, and it should be kind of like the last thing on your mind. Like, you don't want to have to think about buying a $50 pair of slacks instead of paying for groceries that 1 week. And so I really felt that there was this need to kind of have these resources that will ultimately make the difference, will let you put a foot in the door in the right direction.
They were the first ones to like really believe in me and like my videography and gave me these chances to do videos for them. It's like hard to articulate how much gratitude I feel towards the program.
Investing in BCS is a investment that you can't measure, because it's a human investment in the community.
I don't think I would have learned if it weren't for BCS the power of community and the importance of also giving back to the community. It's not just an organization, it's a community, it's a family.
Thanks to you, alumni, for sharing your experience with us. It is inspirational to hear of the impact that BCS has had on your college journey and continues to do so in your life today. When we reflect on all that they conquered, all the dragons they slayed, we marvel at their perseverance, their reverence, and desire to give back and help those following them. With these young adults joining our forces, we know that our future is indeed bright. As we all use our privilege to make good on the promises made to support our talented young people, I hope that you will want to donate funds, serve as a mentor, participate in a workshop, or allow a scholar to shadow you at work. Our brighter future happens when we come together as a community and share their journey. Thank you for taking time this evening to learn, celebrate, and participate in our annual gala. Help me again welcome our newest college graduates as they move forward to their next chapter.
What a special evening, right? Thank you so much for joining us virtually this evening for Berkeley Community Scholars Annual Gala. you were able to get a true sense of what this organization is all about and what it does and why it matters to our scholars and to our community, especially in these turbulent and challenging times. As BCS works in partnership with so many organizations and individuals who want to see a more just and equitable world, we proudly stand with the Black Lives Matter movement, and we understand that until our most marginalized citizens are recognized and have the opportunities that allow all of us to have a chance to be our best selves, none of us can truly reach our full potential. With more than 400 years of mistreatment of so many people, we're still trying to make a dent that allows our scholars an opportunity to be the leaders that we really need them to be. BCS is a jewel in the community, and we are so very fortunate that they understand that they could create good trouble, as John Lewis called us all to do. We hope that you will decide to amplify these voices to make this world a vibrant, inclusive, and powerful team working for the betterment of all of us. So be well, stay safe, and thank you for keeping hope, justice, and love in your heart. I'm Dan Ashley from ABC 7 News. Have a great night.
Thank you, Berkeley Community Scholars.
Thank you, BCS.
Thank you, BCS.
Thank you, BCS, for helping me achieve my dreams of going to college.
Thank you, BCS.
Thank you, Berkeley Community Scholars.
Thank you, BCS, for supporting me in my dreams to go to college.
BCS helps people like me to form a community that they need for their college journey.
Thank you to BCS.
Big thanks to BCS for supporting me amidst my journey throughout college.
So that I can get one step closer to my dream.
For providing me the opportunity to further my education.
For helping me to go to college.
For making my dreams possible.
Thank you, BCS, for providing me with the tools I need to finish my education.
For giving me an opportunity towards growth and success.
For letting me take the knowledge that I learned and be able to help those that come after me.
Thank you, BCS, for believing in me.
I just want to thank you for everything that you do.